All right, you guys are right, okay? Fuck it. Scrap the intro. Let's just run into it, okay? I'm 18 minutes late today. I'm sorry. That almost never happens. 18 minutes late is way late. I apologize. I've been very busy this morning covering, doing the sponsored video for Tokyo Treat that I have to release very, very soon and email to them and all this stuff. And it's been a busy morning. Got a retro pat video cranked out as well. So let's go ahead and head over to today. We have some big plans in store, okay? I am preparing for the Christmas event within PokeMMO by EV training and XP trading up some Haxoruses, maybe making some Pokeyen as well. I'm going to be doing some shiny hunting as per usual. Maybe a Christmas-themed shunt. We will have to see. And then I'll also be doing some Twitch rewards and getting those shipped out before Christmas time comes around because I'm going to be even busier. We've got the Pokeforce big Christmas event coming up as well. I need to do a video on that coming up soon, where you're going to have a very short amount of time, 4 days or so, to get a limited Christmas event item within Pokeforce that will last forever. And then let's go ahead and let's start our EV training. I've decked out myself in a new nice little fit. If you haven't noticed in game, we've got our Christmas outfit on deck, fellas. Would you look at it? Absolutely perfect for the Christmas time. All right, it's EV training time, fellas. We're preparing for the Christmas event within PokeMMO. So I'm going to be EV training these 4 Pokemon right here for sure. I might want to train one more Haxorus, one more Garchomp, or should I actually just train something else that I have over here? For example, I mean, this guy needs 252 attack, or does he go mixed? Actually, wait a minute, I'll have to do a calculation. There's a couple mixed attackers that I need some calculations on, that I'll have to figure out. What's a mon in here that needs 252 attack? This guy needs 252 attack. Surely he does. This guy as well. This guy's 250 here. The Mankey's perfect because the Mankey also wants 252 attack, 252 speed. So we're gonna be doing 252 attack, 252 speed among these 5 Pokemon. Let's go ahead and pick out our EV training locations for today. I used to do attack EV training over at Buffalon for that shiny chance, but it's changed for me since then for sure. Are you planning to keep those 3 Axios to yourself, or are you planning to sell 1 or 2 off? I might sell 1 or 2 off. It's actually a good question. I just prepare extra before events just in case, because they could spike if these Pokemon are viable again. Like I always talk about, it's always a, you know, it's always a risk to preemptively prepare, but if they are viable, they could spike up to disgusting amounts of Pokeyen. So it's always worth, for me, in my opinion, to prepare a little bit ahead of time, just in case. I remember my attack EV training spot. My go-to attack EV training spot nowadays is the Arbok / Primeape spot. Let's head in Kanto. Let's head over to it. One question: how much can I sell a 2x31 Ditto Box for? Question mark. Oh man, I would not recommend selling. No one. So the issue is, I get this question a lot. People asking me, hey, how do I sell a 1x31 or a 2x31 Ditto Box? And the real thing is, no one's buying these as Ditto Boxes. You're fundamentally misunderstanding the point of why Ditto Boxes exist. The reason why Ditto Boxes exist is for people to buy mass amounts of shit IV whatever Dittos to allow themselves to breed for Shinies quicker, because breeding for Shinies is already so time consuming. There's no point to buy 1x31 or 2x31 Dittos unless you're trying to like breed for a profit and maybe shave a little money, but usually you're just better like buying specific perfect breeders off the GTL that are going to work perfectly for your breed versus trying to go mass in bulk. No one's buying 1x31 or 2x31 boxes. There's just not enough benefit to the buyer. You have to think about everything you sell in PokeMMO or anything in life. Why does my buyer want to buy this? Why is someone buying this? Are they making profit off of me? Are they using it for some purpose? No one needs to buy. No one cares about 1x31 Ditto boxes. It's just shitto boxes that are the big benefit. I recommend selling those Dittos, those 62-31 Dittos on the GTL, man. Would be my biggest recommendation. When is the market gone down by 100K? Oof. Did it actually? I kind of call, not to say I told you so, but I did. I've said it over the past 2 or 3 stream recaps. I think, yup. I think it'll drop back down. I think it was over spiked. It over adjusted. It was way too high. This makes a lot of sense, and this is understandable in my opinion. Someone must have logged on and found, let's see how many they got the same person. Yup, this guy's all, yup, I knew it, dude. Somebody was gonna log on, say, hey, I've got all these old 2012s. Look at this guy. It's this one guy, not that one, but this one guy listed a bunch of them. Yeah, look at this. This one guy had a bunch of them. And that's what happens. You know, that just happens. That's okay. It's understandable. Look, that's all still this one guy. Wow. That's just how the 2012 markets is going to work in the future. It's going to have these big boons where people log back in with tons of stuff on their accounts and, you know, remember, it can realize how much profit they're worth and sell them off. Look at Eevee for 15 mil. Whew. It makes sense. I did call that it was an over spike, and that 2012 market would go down. I think I said around 150 to 250k again. Yeah, 2013 is a good price check. Yeah, that Charizard I snagged yesterday for 30k was wild. Yeah, the 2013 market, I think they've already done their spike down, because there was a time period where the 2013 market was 125k base price for a little bit, and now they spiked back down to 30-40k, which makes sense. I think everything's readjusting, which shows it's a healthy market. If things were constantly only spiking up for a period of time, I mean, that's probably a bubble, right? Not to use all the buzzwords, but that's probably a bubble that's just waiting to pop for investors and stuff. I think it's showing a healthy market that I predicted, and it did spike back down. It readjusted. I think that makes it's a good sign, and it's just good to be aware of that, as opposed to thinking a market will only go up and up and up. I think it's really important. One of the best sentences or phrases or mottos that I ever heard from a YouTuber was someone saying, it's a really telling sign when someone who's covering any sort of markets predicts up spikes and down spikes. When they do content to cover the hype and also do content to cover like the downfall, I think that's really showing of like them just showing this is what's going on. But if someone only covers the hype or only covers the downfall, it's usually showing their bias and showing like their specific personal goals within the market, which I think is really interesting. Hey Pat, so do you think the anniversary event isn't coming? Dude, I would bet my Pokeyen, my money, that unfortunately the anniversary event's probably not happening this year. That'd be my guess. We'll see what happens in like February of next year, maybe. We'll see if they do a 12th anniversary event. I don't know what the plan is now. It's going to be interesting to see for sure, but I don't think they could weave in one, you know, with the Christmas event coming up. I don't know, man. It's unfortunate. I always said that like around once they didn't release it by the 18th of December, that's kind of my cutoff. I was in the hopium train, the copium, the positivity force, but you know what, man? When it reaches the 18th, I was like, you know what? It's probably donezo. Probably no chance for it now. I'm trying to get through Sinnoh in time for the Lunar New Year. Do you think it's worth to prep a team for the Xmas event despite being like 3 to 4 weeks into the game? Yes. So what I would say is, man, I would prep one Pokemon, okay? If you can prep yourself one Pokemon for the Christmas event, I think that's worth it. So what I would do is I would go ahead and prep one. If you only can prep one Pokemon for the Christmas event, what was good last year, so you don't have to do this. And once again, it's possible that it's not good again this year. What was good last year was 2x31 Haxorus with a plus attack nature. Look for, my Haxorus are horrible examples. These are all bad natures, but they're like, whatever, I'll use them, it's fine, whatever. But I would look for Lonely, Naughty, or Adamant, okay? Those are the three natures that you want to look for, in my opinion, heading into the event. These were just the cheapest breeds that I was able to make. They're super cheap. This Gibble is also like a decent thing. Someone asked why I'm doing Haxoruses. Last year, Haxorus was the best Pokemon that you could bring into the event for the Christmas event. Historically, it's kind of funny, interesting. Historically, you didn't need Pokemon for the Christmas event, and you actually didn't bring anything into the instance itself. You didn't bring anything into Twist Mountain. But last year, I believe it was starting last year, they added the ability to bring in like Pokemon. You would pick up Pokeballs and you would recruit Pokemon to your team once you got later into the dungeon. Now, it doesn't even matter. You don't even need a Haxorus until you get to like later stages in the dungeon. But once you reach those stages, the Pokemon you bring in do matter, and like your teammates and stuff. It's going to affect your teammates and stuff, the Pokemon you can bring in and such. Where is this EV trading location? This is Route 23 in Kanto. It's like on the way to the entrance of Victory Road. It's kind of a tough location to get to, but it's got fantastic shinies. You do need Leppas as well for it though, but good shinies and 10 attack EVs per horde. How long are the events usually? Usually around 7 to 10 days, maybe 1 to 2 weeks, somewhere between there, gnarly. Here's the evolution on my Mankey. Dude, someone sent me this. This is one of my favorite gifts I've ever received. It's like a pretty simple gift, but I just said that I've really come around to liking Primeape, and I really want a Primeape competitive Pokemon, and this man sent me a really, like, this is exactly the one that I would build if I built one. Like 30 attack, 31 speed, 25 plus in defenses. This is like a perfect Primeape for me. So I've just been super happy. Well, this is a great gift, and I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna turn this into a nice comp. And dude, Choice Band Primeape, don't sleep on it. I'm excited to try out Choice Band Primeape in NU. It should be some fun. Home Dog, how did the last Christmas event work in terms of comparison to the Halloween boss? Dude, they're wildly different. The Christmas event and the Halloween event are very, very different. The Halloween event is just one big boss you fight. The Christmas event is a raid / dungeon type thing. If you look out, I have a video guide on it from 2021. I didn't do one for 2022, which I forgot about. So I have a video guide from 2021, and I'll have a guide coming out tomorrow. No, maybe not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, as soon as possible. That is a how to prepare for the Christmas event guide. I wish I would have gotten it done sooner, but was a little busy, so I'm getting that done, getting that out to you guys as soon as possible. How much in-game cash do you recommend before you can start flipping? Ooh, you can start flipping with pretty low Pokeyen, like very low, maybe like 50 to 100k. Less if you truly wanted to take it slow. But to shiny flip, you need like 2.5 to 5 mil. You need a bit to shiny flip. Other than shiny flipping, you don't need that much to start truly flipping. It's nice to have, the more you have, the more access you have to making more money and stuff, though, for sure. Don't sleep on Swarm Mons during Xmas. We might get new Xmas particle, right? Question mark. Dude, I wish, I hope they kind of got rid of that mechanic for the Halloween event and stuff. But I mean, I would hope, man. I love when they have the specific holiday event swarms, and those swarms have like a chance at giving you that particle effect for the year. It's one of my favorite ways to make money, and it's like very exciting to hunt. So hopefully there is 2v2 attack EVs as well. So let's transition over to some speed EV training. I'm probably gonna go over to Doug Trio. It's kind of a wonky spot to train at, but it's a good shunt, and I really like that spot. I could just go Linoon as well, to be fair. You know what? I'm probably going to go Linoon. I think something that I want to, actually stick to and listen to myself about. I think Linoon's over here, if I'm not mistaken. There's I guess a mental thing of like, it's usually better, a state of efficiency. It's usually better to get something done with quicker in a more efficient way and then get back to what you actually enjoy doing, if that makes sense. So it's better if I get speed EV training done with quicker so that I can actually go shiny hunt the Pokemon that I actually do care about. Usually that creates for a better gameplay environment. It's usually faster and better, more efficient. Dude, I always forget that Primeape gets U-turn. This is such a baller move on it, dude. Choice band Primeape with U-turn and like close combat and stuff to spam. I'm excited to have some fun with this in NU. Got a quick question. If you complete the Alpha Dex, OT trainer for all 294, did you get anything special? No. The reason being is because I say this all the time. It's kind of interesting. The Alpha Dex is the only Pokedex that can be fudged. So what that means is to get OT caught for all these Pokemon, you have to go catch them in the wild, right? But for the Alpha Dex, you only need the normal Dex caught, and then you can just breed them. So for example, even though I missed out on like Charmander and Squirtle and stuff like that for the Alpha Dex during the event itself, these are limited time release things. If I just go buy an Alpha Squirtle, as long as I have Squirtle logged in my normal Dex, I can just rebreed it and get the OT. So it's like you can just fudge it with, as long as you have Pokeyen, you can complete the Alpha Pokedex. And most PokeMMO goals don't allow you to just earn things based on Pokeyen, since you can kind of buy Pokeyen with RP. They really make you earn it with time and effort, which is a huge backbone of PokeMMO. That's a Gigabrain suggestion from Comet. Someone said, what's a good counter to the Giratina fight? And I was thinking about Earthquake and stuff to hit the ads and make sure it doesn't have Levitate and stuff. It resists Discharge and Surf, so that's unfortunate for AoE stuff. But Comet said Blizzard. Yes, Vanillix Snow Warning Blizzard would be a fantastic counter to Giratina in that whole fight. All right, speaking of EV training, I am done on the EV training. Let's go ahead and we got some XP training to do now, boys. I don't know if I'm gonna pop an XP charm. I don't need a full hour of it. It does save so much time, even if you have like how much are they right now? How much do they cost? Is it worth popping an XP charm for the save time? Because even if you don't use the full hour, they just save so much time. It's ridiculous. Like it hilariously might still be worth for me to pop an XP charm. Even though, well, it depends on how much XP. I only need to get these at level 50. Maybe, I don't think it's worth it. I only need level 50. Actually, no, it probably is. I'm not going back and forth on this. I'm going to heal. I probably am going to actually, let's throw my Rampardos too that I have specifically built for this incredible strategy. Where is he at? The level 100 special attack in Rampardos, my boy. Do I have any other Mons that are going to need XP after this? These guys will. Other than that, I don't have these EV trained. So it's just going to be these two Mons. I mean, that's mostly fair. I'm down to go ahead and pop an XP charm. I think it's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be worth it. I do need some sort of I need a Sweet Center in my party. All right, so we're going to leave our Primeape on the back burner for the time being, since this is mostly centered around training for the Christmas event. So I'm going to rock into the hordes like this. We've got our XP amplifier on. We're going to turn on the XP, no, XP charm. That's what it is. Pop one of these bad boys. I think it's worth it to save some time. Jump into these hordes. Go for the big surfs against the Dawn fans. Mold Breaker is always nice here, and we'll get a lot of XP on all these Pokemon. And then if I don't use the full charm, that's totally okay. I might be able to still just use it if I want to, but if I just skip out on it, it's totally fine. It's just super worth for the time save. Even if I'm spending like 50k Pokeyen to save like 30 minutes, even less, it's ridiculous. If I'm spending 50k Pokeyen to save like 10 minutes, even that's worth it. It's such a ridiculous time save, and they're so cheap. Won't Hop-Up evolve? Great question. I have an Everstone on it. That's a good, you want to double check that stuff, because I don't want my Hop-Up to evolve. So I put an Everstone on it with the XP Reamplifier, allows it to stay safe. Do you use XP candies? Here and there, sometimes in tight situations. But I try not to when they're pretty expensive, so you want to not to if possible. But if you're doing something like maybe shiny breeding for Lucario or something, you might want to use some XP candies, something like that, or just using them to like evolve certain Pokemon, or like happiness stuff. I do use them at times, but not for mass XP like this. If I need to get a little 50 on all these, like I'd rather just go ahead and go XP train, Yeah, XP candies for storylines and stuff are also super good and make things go way faster. That is super true. Noob question, is it possible to get an XP Reamplifier with Pokeyen? Yes, it's one of the coolest things about PokeMMO, in my opinion, is that all of the quote-unquote premium currency stuff can always be bought with Pokeyen because you can buy RP vouchers. Now, you do have to buy the... Where is it at? It's somewhere... Where would it be? Miscellaneous? You do have to buy it in the shop itself, so it's 1,000 RP and it's untradeable. So you do have to buy the 1,000 RP voucher, but that's going to cost you around 2.6 million Pokeyen, 2.5 million at the moment. So you have to buy the RP voucher. Once you do that, you can go ahead and use that to buy the amplifier. So you can buy it with Pokeyen. If you get a shiny Donphan, will you breed it down? It's a good question. I love Phanpy and Donphan shiny. It depends on the IVs and stats and such. 1, 2, 3, test, test, test. How loud is the music? Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. We got the Haxorus, or I guess the Axew evolutions here. They're all three gonna evolve into Fracture, which is always a funny thing to see all happen at once. I'm so glad I popped this XP charm because I've already like 8 minutes in and I still need at least still need so much XP if they're still level 40 a piece. So yeah, definitely worth my while. Don't you want high PP moves as well? Probably, Tom. That's a good call. Dude, I wonder if PP maxes and stuff will end up being more. I don't know if it scales down your stuff. PP maxes are already pretty cheap. I mean, I'm down to just buy a couple just in case they go up in price. How much would 10 be? Like 200k? I'm down to just smack up a couple PP maxes. We'll buy 20. Bam, there we go. Great item to have. And if they ever go up in price, I mean, I'll take it, Pog. All right, this horde should give me the Haxorus evolution on all of my fractures. So 3 Haxorus evolutions coming in hot. Should be right about here. Nice. Here it comes. Oh, wait. In the I totally forgot. Wait, did Garchomp and Haxorus both evolve level 48? I never knew that. That's actually super interesting. Huh. We got Garchomp here, fellas. And we got our 3 Haxoruses coming in. Beautiful looking Pokemon. I don't own Garchomps very often. But it's a powerful Pokemon, and I just like bad Pokemon for whatever reason. So I don't find myself owning many Garchomps. Here's the Haxoruses as well. Here it is. Here's the Haxorus. I prefer Haxorus's design over Garchomp. I don't know what other people prefer. I'm definitely a Haxorus fan over Garchomp. All right, this horde should be the last one for 50 on everything. Nice. We'll take it, man. I'm gonna go to do some more XP training. It's pretty fun and casual, might as well. But this should be the level I need, I believe, for the event itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in here. All these guys are prepped for the upcoming Christmas event if I do need them. Let's go XP train these guys. My Primeape is level 50, so let me go ahead and chill out on him. Does he need any moves? I could keep training him if he needs any moves post 50. I don't need Outrage or Final Gambit. No, he's good. Good to go. Another NU comp completed, but with no space in either of my... I have 2 NU boxes and neither of them have any space left. Are any of these Mons moved up in tiers? That's what I can always... Like, is this guy... He's in UU. Okay, perfect. Whenever that happens, I can move this over to UU and throw that in there. Okay, we'll take it, fellas. Let's heal up and keep... Let's just XP train these guys for the last 20 minutes. Why not? Dittos show up down the GTL when searching for egg group. Hell yeah. Yes, that was one of the better like quality of life updates that happened pretty under the radar over the past couple months in PokeMMO for sure. Is this the new best place to XP grind? Yes. If you have access to Johto, if you have access to Mount Silver, this XP location is phenomenal. All right, there's our XP training done with. We got these guys cranked up a fair bit of levels, 68 and 71. They'll eventually get slowly leveled up to 100, just passively as I'm trading stuff. 92 on the hop-up is also kind of hilarious. Let's go ahead and turn off our re-amplifier, and it's shiny hunting time, fellas. Wait, someone said Delibird shiny. Wait, yeah, of course. How did I was like, what can I hunt as a Christmas themed shiny? Dude, yes, of course. Let's go Delibird, fellas. All right, off to the races, fellas. Off to we got our flex shiny in Jinx that's been here before. Let's head back down over to the spot. The last time I got a shiny was at this location at 9,200 or so encounters. So let's see if we can get lucky on it again. We'll see what I got as a little ice puzzle. It's always a little... Did I do it wrong? Oh, no. I might have messed up. Think I'm fine? No, I got it. I got it. There's a little bit of a trek to get over to the Delibird spot. There's a little ice puzzle. Head over here. It's pretty easy, though, from Blackthorn City. Then you just head... Oh, I want to be careful not to bike too fast. You have to walk up here and just slide up. And then after you're done this load, I think you're there. Perfect. Good luck, fellas. Let's see if we can get a Christmas Miracle Shiny. Streamer struggles with ice puzzle, a tale as old as time. You're not wrong. That's why I'm terrified of the upcoming Pokeforce event. December, I was going to ask if we had a time for it. Thank you, Captain Lavender. December 22nd, 6 p.m. PST. That's when the event starts for Pokeforce. Okay. 6 p.m. PST to ET. Let's do a little... I mean, 9 p.m. ET. Okay. Understandable time. We'll take that. We'll take that. Swag Master Slim offering us the shiny charm in game. I appreciate it, man. We got dono status as well, so we're cranking up the odds. Thank you, man. Can you go through the 5 Pokemon in your team and explain the reasons for each of them? Yeah, that's a pretty good question. I like answering that. Like, most of them have some sort of purpose or utility while shiny hunting. Minccino is a cute charm Pokemon, so it's male cute charm, which allows me to attract more female Pokemons, which means when the shiny eventually comes out, you hope for it to be a female shiny because they're cheaper to breed, which is always nice. And then Breloom's here for obvious reasons, a very powerful catching Pokemon, allowed me to catch it pretty safely. We've got our Quagsire as a damp Pokemon, just in case I make a little misstep and run into an explosion Pokemon. It just happens, especially when you're in caves. You never know what could pop out, like a Graveler or an Electrode in Cerulean Cave, for example, stuff like that. Hop-Up is here for Sweet Scent. So our Sweet Scent Pokemon. And then Jinx is here for our... I usually keep my most recent shiny on me. My most recent shiny slash, good luck charm slash flex shiny. So it's my flex shiny, my good luck charm, and my most recent shiny all in one. Someone said, why beat Sinnoh before January 28th? Because January 28th is usually around when the Lunar New Year event begins. And to catch Shaman, which you only have around 1 to 2 weeks to do during the Lunar New Year event, you have to have Sinnoh at least done up to a certain point. You may not need the entire region complete, but you need a fair bit of the Sinnoh region complete before January 28th. If you're trying to do the region during the event, you're going to have so little time. It takes 16 hours just to do the tablet grind to give yourself access to being able to catch Shaman. So it's like a 16-hour grind to get Shaman, and if you only have 7 days to do so, that's 2 hours a day, or or more. It's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough grind, so make sure you have that region done with, that storyline done with before the event pops up. What's the name of your Santa hat vanity? I'm gonna sound like a huge dick. It's called the Santa hat. If you go to the GTL and look up, maybe it's not on the GTL, and that's why. Yeah, if you go, it's just called Santa hat, man. Do you need Shaman for Mount Silver? No, you don't. Good question. You do not. Good question. You don't need legendaries or mythicals or stuff like that for complete Pokedex. Why is there so many people fishing in Undella Bay? Great question. It's a common payday pickup location. You can payday pick up Pelipers there and sometimes get lucky eggs, which is really good. And then just really solid Pokeyen per hour. You get Heartstales as well. Some people thief love discs there. It's a way to make Pokeyen and sort of it's very AFK and brain dead. Very brain dead farming for sure. It's not that good of Pokeyen per hour, usually like around 100 to 120k, maybe 100 to 150 if I'm not mistaken, but it's just very brain dead. I'm so glad you brought this up, Wolfgang. Yeah, there are some art competitions going on right now for PokeMMO if people are interested. One of my favorite things when PokeMMO does like art competitions or screenshot or kind of artistic creative stuff where you can win in-game prizes for having those outside of game skills. I think that stuff is really, really cool. So check out the forums. Check out the forums if you're interested in stuff like that, guys. All right, 6,000 encounters. Cool little milestone. Pog. This is actually a pretty interesting question. Someone said 10 shiny Jinxes, or 1 shiny bird. I feel this is an easy answer for me, but it may not be for other people. I'm not sure. Like for me, it's so easy. I prefer one bird for sure. Like like Shiny Jinx is fantastic, but like I prefer Delibird. And for me, I don't care about, I just want those shinies that I want, you know? I want the target shinies. Those really, really, and getting random shinies can make me appreciate them a little more sometimes, but I really feel like for most shunters and for me myself for sure, like I don't want duplicates. I don't care if I can sell off 10 OT. Like I'm not going to sell them, you know? I prefer, who needs 10 of them? I'd rather just have that one target shiny for sure. If you ask me like 20 shiny Raticates versus one shiny Miltank, I go one Miltank all day just to be done with that hunt to move on to the next, you know? Patrouski, how does Timer Ball work, bro? I actually have the PokeMMO Pokeballs like wiki page bookmarked. So let me actually read it off to you. It's one of the better. The PokeMMO wiki is not 100% accurate and stuff, but it does have some pages that are very well filled out. So let me bring that up. Okay, the website's literally not loading. The wiki's not loading right now, which is hilarious. I'll just explain it to you. Timer balls work in PokeMMO essentially. They like there's some formula. I don't know the formula offhand, but they slowly increase their catch rate over each turn. So I think at turn 11, you reach 4 times catch rate. That's the math. But it doesn't track the first turn for whatever reason. So at turn 11, you reach the maximum catch rate, which is 4 times, and then until then you're slowly upping a percentage or whatever. I think it used to be the math that like on turn 6 or something you would reach like 2.66 catch rate. That was like an important milestone to remember. I don't know if that's true anymore, so please double check that if the website loads. But the PokeMMO wiki can be a really good resource for Pokeball. After all the Johto changes and stuff, a lot of the Pokeball information is really good on there. This is a really interesting, I'm so glad you're here, the Pokeforce dev Oceans, to talk about this. And this is, man, up for debate, okay? Talk about farming mechanics and berry farming and stuff like that in video games. I love farming, but what I don't like, and maybe, I hope there's some way for you to balance this. If it's not balanceable, don't worry about it. Don't make it easy for me just because I like it that way, right? I hate when crops die in games. It is so punishing. Something like RuneScape, I love the RuneScape farming system where RuneScape gives you the items or the things. You have to like do them you have like herbs which will take 90 minutes or so. Then you have trees which will take like 16 hours to grow. You have like different types different fruit trees. You have hardwood trees that are 6 hours. You have like different types of trees and like different types of crops you can plant, which take different amounts of times and stuff like that, but they never die. If you plant them, you can always go check on them like 2 years from now if you wanted to. In PokeMMO, it is so goddamn demotivating when your berries die. And if there's a way to, if RuneScape can balance it, I hope it's balanceable in other games as well, where farming is still like a great task. And like, you know, I really like the cycle of farming, but I cannot stand if I like miss the harvesting period where my crops die and I just like, you know, imagine you have a family emergency. That's just an extreme example, but imagine having like a family emergency, coming home, and then after your fucking someone in your family passed away, your berries are also dead in PokeMMO. Ugh, what a tough day. Pretty, you know, rough joke, but dude, I cannot stand. I hate. It's not a good feeling. It's never worth it. You should be rewarded for hitting your patches more, right? But you shouldn't be punished for like not hitting it as well. I think that's the meme. If that's possible to be balanced, I think that's ideal for me personally. If you just gave me a fucking Pokemon MMO with skills and with a farming system where your crops didn't wither, dude, I'd be playing that 24 hours a day. I would be so obsessed. Like that alone is just so much. It's so much. It's enough to carry a whole game, dude. I'd love it so much. This sentence is so sad. I got sick and slept in once, and then 3 accounts of berries died. Like, yeah, it's so ridiculously punishing in PokeMMO, and I'm all for punishing gameplay, but I don't know. You just don't need that kind of punishment, right? Like, imagine spending 200k to make like 100k Pokeyen or whatever, or spending like, you know, 300k to make 100k or whatever, and then like if you do a couple successful patches, but then you let like 1 die, you're just out of your money for like 3 days. That's, I don't know, man. Seems pretty brutal if you ask me. Well, I'm repeating myself, but I think rewarding players for putting in more effort is awesome. But then it's somewhere like, I think RuneScape herb farming is a perfect example of a good farming system. Rewarding those players for hitting those patches every 90 minutes, but not punishing if they only can do it twice a day because of work and school and family and stuff. Another issue with Pokemon berry farming balancing is that there's like 1 million patches across like 5 regions. Like there's way too many patches, which kind of make it hard to balance, I think, which I guess makes them have to do the punishing thing. If it was like RuneScape where there was like 5 to 8 herb patches like across the world, and then you just, I think there's like 10 now to be fair. Like they've been upping it over the years, but however many herb patches, and then I don't know. Then you can only get like X amount of Leppas per X amount of berries like per patch. I think that works a lot better than like having a giant patch of like 20 berry spots also split amongst. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems silly. It's a sad sentiment, but a crude reality. Shunting hasn't been the same since I got Suicune. Not much tops that feeling. Dude, I get it, man. I mean, it's funny to like, you know, it's like the, what's it called? Failing from success or whatever, suffering from success. You're like, you literally got a fucking shiny Suicune, and now you're like, man, it's just nothing feels. And yeah, it's a tough thing to swallow, I guess. Like, that's how I feel with, you gotta go dry again or have something like that happen. It's why like dry hunts and things like that are a good thing that give you that appreciation. Like, for a while after Rampardos or Cranidos, I was like, you know, shinies don't feel that crazy after, or with like Shuckle and stuff, like after that, you kind of like, oh, 5 times Horde shiny, you know, cool. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. You're never. The reality is you're never gonna have a shiny like that's that exciting as Suicune, but you may be able to get close, and you may be able to have dry streaks that lets you build that appreciation back up. You gotta just keep shunting. Is the moral of the story almost always is to just keep shunting. What's some cool, what's some easy but cool shinies to horde hunt in Johto to try to get dog too? Oh, you can't. Wait a minute. I've been watching my Legendary Beasts Explained guide, man. You cannot get the legendaries in a horde. Yeah, you can't horde and dog hunt at the same time. What you can do, a lot of people single encounter hunt. It's kind of funny that I kind of I just kind of accidentally, the reality is I accidentally found one of the best spots to shiny hunt and hunt for dogs at, because it's the Miltank spot. The number one shiny that I wanted in Johto was Miltank, and then it just so happened that also single encountering at that spot was one of the best ways to like hunt shinies. You can see like Ditto, Chansey's there, which is crazy. Ditto, Chansey, Miltank, Raticates, unfortunately, stuff like that, and then you also can get the dog there. But yeah, check my Legendary Beast guide. You do have to single encounter for the dogs, which is what makes it so rough in Johto. But if you're looking for spots to encounter, I have a video on it. If you just Google spots to like shiny hunt and hunt the dogs at the same time, I do have a video on that on that exact topic. And then also right now, specifically during this December, during the winter season within Pokemon, for the next 11 days from this recording, from this stream, Sentret is really good. Sentret has an increased chance of like, I think it goes from like 35 or 45 up to like 65% chance. There's a 65% chance right now for Sentret to spawn. So it's a good shunt to do during the winter season. What's your favorite vanity items that you own right now? It's a good question. The easy one is the Ghost Rider bike. Right now I have the SLEIGH equipped for Christmas, but the Ghost Rider bike, dude, the flaming motorcycle, easily my new favorite vanity. Speaking of, let's check the market on it. I predicted that it would go up. So during the event, it was like 3.8 to 4 mil. It's pretty soon after the event, so it'll probably go up for a while after. But it was at 3.8 to 4 mil. Let's see what it's at now. I predicted it would go up. Yep, around 4.5 already. I'm guessing, I think that this item could reach like 6 mil before next. It'll tank next Halloween, because next Halloween it'll come back. It's a seasonal item that'll tank again next Halloween, but it is such a sick vanity. And there's so few bike slot vanities that if you missed that, I think most people might be willing to pay 6 mil for it. It's such a good vanity, dude. Trick Kitty's tanked. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear it. I will, not to say I told you so, I did kind of predict. I said that Trick Kitties and stuff would fall. I thought they were too high. These cutesy vanities, I feel like always just kind of end up tanking. There's just so many head slots. And stuff like that. It's pretty tough. How do you get the SLEIGH? Right now, the only way to get the SLEIGH is to buy it off the GTL. Well, actually, wait. The SLEIGH is returning in 4 days. Wait, don't buy the SLEIGH right now on the GTL. Do not buy this item right now, okay? In 4 to 5 to 6 days, it's a seasonal. It'll come back with the Crimson. Buy it now. No, don't listen to Avon. He's trolling. He's trolling you. Wait, this item will be re-released. Or is it out now? Wait. Yeah, it'll be released in like a couple days, okay? It's seasonal. It'll be back very soon. Literally 4 to 6 days. Yeah, keep an eye out for it on the gift shop. Hi, is selling Pokemon boxes outside of Dittos a thing, like male type breeders for shunning and stuff? Yes, pretty to a much less degree than Ditto box. If Ditto boxes are 100 out of 100 out of, you know, whatever, on a scale, I guess, then like something like male fairy boxes are like a 10 to 30 out of 100. Something like a male monster box is like a 10 to 30. Male field boxes, they're male dragon boxes, they do exist, but they go for way less money, and they're way a little bit tougher to sell, but you'll find people in my Discord and stuff advertising for buying certain boxes. Like I think if I go check right now, I'll check in live time and just go ahead and see. Let's head over to Trading Lounge. There's Ditto Box trading as well. Willing to sell Kabuto boxes. Someone's selling. Willing to buy male only dragon / monster boxes. Willing to buy Beldum boxes. Willing to buy, there's 2 different listings for Magikarp boxes. Buying bug boxes, 120k. Selling Magikarp boxes, you'll always find stuff. Male field boxes, selling for 60k. You'll find those specific boxes. Selling in my Discord is honestly the best place to trade specific stuff. Like there's a lot of shunners in my Discord. How much does a Shitto box go for? Usually around 180 to 200k. I have a video, I think, I think that video is out. Or is it coming out soon? How to price check Ditto Box. I think if you Google that exact question. No, the video is not out. I just leaked. Secret video coming up, I think. Yeah, that was a little secret leak. That video is coming out in like February, which is funny. February 11th, I have how to price check Ditto Boxes scheduled. Generally, Ditto Boxes are around 200k. And the easy way to price check them without actually doing the math, about actually having to price check them, you can just go ahead and check my Discord and see what people are, see the community, see what people are selling for. When people are saying they are willing to buy a box of, let's say, male bug-type Pokemon, are they looking for the gender, or do they want a box with 1x31? When people are buying boxes of Pokemon, they specifically don't want IVs. Do not send them. I can speak as a Ditto Box buyer. Do not give us 1x31, 2x31, etc. Dittos. We don't want that. We want shittos or shit Pokemon to breed. You're looking to shiny breed. So the reason why boxes exist, I explained this earlier, is to be able to breed as many Pokemon as quickly as possible. You don't want to deal with the numbers and the IVs and the math. You just want to get things done because it's already such a long process. You can't waste time on that even more. So you specifically want shit IV male bug type Pokemon to breed for a shiny. For something like Larvesta, Volcarona is a male or a bug type Pokemon that would you want a shiny egg for example. Let's do the math. So someone asked what's the best ocarinas, and I said fly, teleport, surf, and someone said fly, teleport, dig, and I respect it. Dig is very good, but it's super not worth as an ocarina in my opinion, and I'll explain the math why. So I say bring a dig Pokemon. Dig is a very good move to have, and it's important to use. Bring a dig Pokemon, and then if you happen to forget your dig Pokemon, buy like 50 escape ropes, because the math on it's pretty interesting. So let's look at how much does a dig ocarina cost. It's like 500k, right? 530k. Now, how many escape ropes? How much are escape ropes, right? Let's check that price next. All right, I gotta get out of this battle really quick. You could just relog as well and do it for free. Technically, you have to wait. So escape ropes are 750 Pokeyen. So let's take 530k divided by 750. You would have to use 706 escape ropes. Here, let's delete this. The math is 706. You'd have to use 706 escape ropes before you outweigh the cost of Dig Ocarina. In my opinion, it's just so not worth it. I would just buy 50 Dig Ocarinas and then just have a Digmon on you whenever possible. But then even if you forget, you have those escape ropes. It's a good backup plan. You're never going to use 706 escape ropes. I'm sorry. What's that on your E slot? Good question. That's Defog from when I was doing the Swablu shiny hunts. Wait, what? Wait, is the event dropping? Wait, is an event gonna... What? Wait, we just checked this earlier this stream. Like 15 minutes ago, I just talked about, is the event gonna drop tonight? 15 minutes ago, I talked about how the Christmas sleigh wasn't in the shop yet. Holy fuck. That's actually wild to see it on stream. Yeah, like literally 15 minutes ago, I mentioned how, that's actually wild. The sleigh was gonna come to the shop soon. Dude, that's a sign the Christmas event is coming. That actually blew my mind. Like 15 minutes ago on stream, I was saying how, yeah, wait, someone was asking, hey, how do I get the sleigh? Should I buy it? And I was like, no, just wait like 4 to 6 days until the Christmas event is out. And then, yeah, maybe that means the event's tonight. Probably not. I'm still guessing. I wouldn't assume that. I would say the Christmas event will probably drop like December 24th to 26th. That's usually the timeline. Should be around 7 p.m. ET, midnight UTC. But that's wild. Wow. Here comes Conspiracy Theory Tuesday. Oh my, no. People are going to think, yeah. Oh man, that's wild. Yeah, I hope you bought the sleigh when Aben told you to. Now we can sell for more money. So true and real. That's wild, man. What are the odds of that happening within the same stream? Hey, Patrouski, do encounters only count if it's the same Pokemon, or can you encounter multiple different Pokemon and that counts as an encounter? Sorry, I don't know if I said it right. I get what you're saying. I got a lot of questions, but I'm just like make more videos, I guess, explaining the math behind how encounters work and stuff like that. It's important to understand that all an encounter counter is just, it's like a calculator, okay? The encounter counter is not tied to PokeMMO at all. It's the same thing as if you had a calculator up and you just like hit 5 + 5 like every time you like got a horde. Like that's it. You're just externally keeping track of your encounters. So it's important to understand the game doesn't give a fuck about how many encounters you have. If you have 300,000 encounters, your shiny rate is still 1 out of 30k. If you have one encounter, your shiny rate is still 1 out of 30k. It does not matter. The best way to mathematically think about shunting is like every single Pokemon you encounter is like rolling a dice. So like whenever you roll a die, each roll is independent of each other. So you roll it's like rolling a 30,000 sided die. That's the best way to put it. So it's, I guess people have a lot of questions about how encounters. Don't worry about different Pokemon. You can track encounters however you want to. If you want to track, you know, certain species, sure, but it's just not really how math works. Like math doesn't care about what species you encounter. It's just always 1 out of 30k. And that's the real, yeah, that's the, hopefully that answer at least talked about what you were trying to get at, I guess, or hopefully it explains something. Hopefully it makes a little bit of sense. Would you like it if PokeMMO had a built-in encounter tracker? Yes. It is one of the biggest detriments to PokeMMO that they like can't add in certain, like a built-in encounter counter would be so helpful. What's another like third-party plugin? Like PokeMMO can't do the Gen 4 and 5 follower sprites. Built-in of that would be so good. Stuff like that. Ali has confirmed we'll have a built-in encounter counter. That's for Pokeforce, so that's huge, and that's huge, and it like is even more pivotal for Pokeforce since you guys have a pity system on your shiny, so it makes sense to have like make sure you know how many Pidgeys and stuff you've encountered. That's so good. That's so good when you have that system in place. That's so important to know. It's a good question, comment Memo. So how will Pokeforce avoid cease and desist? That's important. Pokeforce followed the genius PokeMMO build, which is making the players supply their own legally acquired ROMs. And that is, I think it's pivotal for if you want a Pokemon MMO to succeed, especially long term, you have to go that route. And it's PokeMMO forged a lot of the methods we see today and a lot of the ways that like PokeMMO had to solve a lot of problems that were never solved before. And it's interesting to see a game like Pokeforce that can come along, take a lot of the good and take a lot of the things that PokeMMO figured out, but then also try to add on to it. So I'm excited to see Pokeforce still a year out. I'm just really excited to see what happens. No harm in being excited. Don't go crazy, I guess is the meme about it. We've gathered quite the audience of homies here hanging out, shiny hunting. Look at this. The Larvitar Getter, the Ludicolo King, the double jinxed up Shunters, Mike Runks, and then we got a bunch of Shunters here. Good luck to everybody shunting. If I frisk Meowth and I kill it with the pickup ability Pokemon, would I get its held item or no? If you kill it with pickup ability, no. What you can do, but you're on the right track. You want to frisk me. You want to use like a frisk Baynet, okay? Get yourself a frisk Baynet with Thief. So what you want to do is you want to frisk the horde. I have a video guide on this as well. You want to frisk the hordes, find an amulet coin, and then thief all the Meowths until you get it. What Pokemon do you hate the most? I love this question. Scizor. Competitively, Scizor. It's obviously a beautiful Pokemon. Very great design, great power levels. All. I hate it in competitive because it's so annoying to deal with. You need a fire type attack. If you don't, you're fucked. It's unfun to play against. Really annoying. I don't like Scizor. Pokemon I hate the most design-wise? Probably Dugong. What are the most hyped events besides the Christmas event? Fairly new to the game and afraid I started too late / too soon. Nah, it's never too late to start Pokemon in my opinion, genuinely. What are the most hyped events? Also, you've started at a really good time with an event. There's still like 3 possible events left. We'll definitely see the Christmas event probably. We'll definitely see the Lunar New Year event. And then we hopefully we'll see we're supposed to see an 11th anniversary event this year, but that might come in the 12th year. I know it's weird. Events get delayed. The PokeMMO devs are notorious about kind of poor communication and missing deadlines, but you get used to it, and they do make the best Pokemon MMO, so it's worth it. 7,000 encounters, by the way, Pog. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. One of the biggest positives and one of the biggest benefits the PokeMMO devs could do for the game and for the community itself is putting out a monthly community post. If they hired a person to put out a monthly community post saying, hey, this is like what we're working on. This is like how the progress for Johto's going, how the progress for this updates. We're looking into this, this, and this. We're keeping an eye on OU. Like, let us know that you actually see us and let us know like what's happening. That kind of information is so unbelievably important when you're developing a game. One of the best things that RuneScape ever did was put out that monthly post like that. It's so good and so helpful and so important for like everybody involved. Oh shit, dude. The Team Mr. Zeffy art piece is finished. Dude. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I see myself in the bottom left. I'm gonna show you guys this in a heartbeat, okay? This is gorgeous. All right, here it is, dude. Look how big it is. There's so much customization in this. Holy shit, dude. It's so beautiful. Look at this. So in the bottom left, I'm in the bottom left, the pink fro and stuff, obviously. And there's Fong semi close to me with the shiny unknown. And then JW Tree is in the bottom middle with like the Eevee on his head, I think. Is Auk top right? It's hard to tell with like the mod. No. Auk is bottom right. Is Auk bottom? I don't know. There's so many like E-Storms all around. There's a Shalfa Wooper there. Is that dude, it's hard to tell. Dude, fucking everybody. There's so many like personalities and flavors, and this is incredible. This is so sick, dude. What a beautiful... I think I see Ginger Matt in the middle right. With the green beard, I believe. I think? I'm not sure. Dude, it's beautiful. I'm the only eyeball mask. Easy to find. Nice. Dude, I'm excited. Rumel middle right. Dude, I'm excited. This is so cool. They put like my little Twitch. They put like a little Twitch and YouTube logo next to me. Everybody got like a personal flair, dude. Everybody got like a little personal flair. It's so beautiful, dude. It's so cool. It's just a great piece of like, it just really streams Pokemon, and it really streams a full team of active shunters. And oh yeah, I know I see Rumo on the purple. Yeah. I'm gonna look at this for like hours after, dude. This is really well. I'm so happy with this. Alrighty, here comes the end of the shiny charm. 2 seconds, 1 second. Thank you for them today, man. Thank you guys for a really fun stream today. Fun. Wait, Clue just got shiny Larvesta? No way. What? He is the GOAT. Clue has had so many egg shinies this year. What the? I'm scrolling up still and it's just spamming. He's the GOAT. He's built different. What the fuck, Clue? Can you stop getting egg shinies for 2 seconds this year? I was about to end stream and I can't even do that without him getting a fucking egg. I start streaming, gets an egg shiny. I end stream. I fucking upload a video. Egg shiny, Clue shiny, Clue shiny. Dude, holy shit, man. What a banger way to end the stream. Congratulations to Clue. I am going to be peacing out. Thank you guys so much for watching such a fun stream today. Really positive, happy stream. Good fucking holiday times coming up. I'm excited. I'll see you guys with tons of streams coming up in the week still so far. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. I swear, yeah, me too, Oso. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord down below for updates on my content and more stuff like that. If you want to go above and beyond, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, it helps out a lot. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Good shiny luck to all, and to all, a good night. Yo, Patrouski here. Firstly, thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. I truly hope it was worth your time today. And secondly, thanks to everybody whose name is listed here. You guys all go above and beyond and allow me to make daily content. Thanks again. Have a great day.